Good morning, friends. In today's lecture, we will see how conduction is take place in hollow cylinder. In previous chapter, we already studied uh, conduction equation for cylindrical coordinate system. By using that equation, we will find the simple equation for any hollow cylinder in which conduction is take place. So theory may ask in examination, the question may be one dimensional steady state heat conduction through hollow cylinder without heat generation. Here three condition is applied. First one is the cylinder we are considering the heat flow in only in one dimension. Also the state is steady state, no change due to time. Heat conduction through hollow cylinder is without heat generation, so no internal heat generated within the any cylinder. So here we are considering one cylinder having inner radius R1, outer radius R2, and in this direction heat is flow. Inner temperature is T1 and outer temperature is T2. So heat is flowing through this thickness, and we already know the conduction equation. Already we discussed in our previous chapter. The conduction equation for polar coordinate or cylindrical coordinate system is 1 upon r del r del t upon del r plus 1 upon r square t upon del theta del t upon del z square plus g upon k is equal to 1 upon alpha del t upon del t. Small t is for time, capital T is for temperature. Here the conditions are steady state, means this term will become 0, one dimensional. So we will consider only radial direction for analysis. Rest becomes 0. No heat generation means G will be 0. So our equation become 1 upon R del upon del R del T upon del R. Here we are the variable is only we are considering one dimensional, that's why the partial derivation become full derivation. So simplifying this equation, we get this equation. Now integrating this equation 2 times so that we can simplify this equation. So integrating this equation, so we get r dt upon dr and c become constant. Now we get this equation by simplifying above equation. Dt upon dr is equal to c1 upon r. Now integrating this equation again, so we get T C1 upon R. So 1 upon R, integration of 1 upon R is ln R and plus C2. Here C1 and C2 are the constant that we can find by applying the boundary conditions. Now what is the boundary condition? Now in previous figure we already saw that at radius R1 the temperature of the cylinder is T1, at radius R2 temperature of cylinder is T2. So applying this condition, at R is equal to R1 temperature is T1, at R is equal to R2 temperature is T2. So substituting this equation in our previous equation, that T is equal to C1 ln R plus C2. So our equation become T1 is equal to C1 ln R1 plus C2. and second equation become T2 is equal to C1 ln R2 C2. Now we can subtract equation number 3 from equation number 2. So we can get here we are putting just subtracting this equation, so this sign will become minus minus and this will be cancel out. So rest this 4 equation, and in which we can put common C1 and make it a subject. So C1 is equal to T2 minus T1 upon ln R2 minus ln R1. Now we know that for ln we can write this way, ln R2 upon R1. Now next step is we already got the value of C1. Now for the C2 we are putting this value in equation number 2. This we put in this C2 second equation. So we are getting the value of C2. Now we have value of C1 and C2. So we derived equations of C1 and C2. So we can put these values in our previous equation, that C is equal to C1 ln R C2. And simplifying this equation we get T minus T1 is equal to T1 minus T2 ln R upon ln R1 upon R2 minus ln R1 upon R2. So simplifying again this equation, we get this equation. It is known as temperature distribution in hollow cylinder. So this is the complete theory for hollow cylinder in conduction. So this equation is used to find the temperature at particular radius. If we have outer temperature and inner temperature, outer radius and inner radius, so we can find at particular R what is T, what is temperature. Okay. Now next task is to find the resistance. So we have one Fourier's equation. It is minus Ka dt upon dr, the well known equation. And also for the hollow cylinder we already derived this equation. It is dt upon dr is equal to C1 upon R before the second integration. Here for one is dt upon dr is equal to C1 upon R, and second A for the cylinder we know the area is 2 pi RL. So putting this both value in above equation, we get Q is equal to minus Ka 2 pi RL C1 upon R. Now we can cancel out this R and R, so we get minus 2 pi KL C1. Now we know the value of C1 already derived in previous theory. Now substituting this value in this equation, so we get minus 2 pi KL T2 minus T1 upon ln R2 upon R1. Now this equation become 2 pi KL T1 minus T2 ln R1 R2 upon R1. Now to find the thermal resistance, we putting equation like this, that Q is equal to T1 minus T2, and this will come in denominator, ln R2 upon R1 upon, this term will become in this side, ln R2 upon R1 upon 2 pi KL. So this whole term become thermal resistance for the hollow cylinder, and it is R is equal to ln R2 upon R1 upon 2 pi KL. Thank you.